God, I know I only pray when things are going wrong, and even though things are going wrong, I am nevertheless got something good to say at the same time. So the bad part is that all these people I really like that I've got to know in the last couple of years, they're all getting old and they're all about to die. And it makes me sad every time I cry, and now I want to pray and say, why? What kind of life is this to have it end this way? And the reason I say, why does it have to end this way? Because every one of these people I've got to meet, they got a life that is rich and full of accomplishments, of a manifestation of talents, and they have big hearts, open wide. They're gentle, they're loving, they care. They have hurt, which then tells you that they're sensitive. I mean, there's everything I love about these people. And they're all in a retirement center. So, why am I even praying, God? Because they seem so precious, life seems so great, and yet they're all going to be gone. Yeah, maybe there's life after death and all that, but they surely did a good job when they were here. They had something of great value. And I want to remember that. And somehow I want to be able to thank every single one of them for all that they have accomplished and created. So I guess I'm just sharing that. It's bad, it's good. I'm sad, and yet there's a lot of love in that sadness. I mean, I got Beth, who got sick with pneumonia, and she survived it, thanks to medicines and stuff. But boy, what a rough ride she went through. And I've got to know all about her life. She was a dancer, and she loved classical music, and she loved my favorite composer, Debussy, and so I got to share with her on that, give her a private concert. That was great. And then I just learned about Mario, who was the epitome of the Mad Men, that series on TV. And this guy was a lady killer, and yet he was a married and productive man in the house with a beautiful family that surrounds him at the retirement center, and they all give him lots of love. Tell me something. Is this, I mean, it looks like Cary Grant, but is that actually Mario?
That's Mario.
Yep, oh my God. Wow.
Handsome guy, huh?
Yeah. Love music. In fact, that's the whole thing, Lord, is they all love the music. The music touches them like nothing else. And so I owe this whole thing to Alive Inside. Alive Inside. It's the one that showed me I could go in and share the music and help the folks find their favorite music and put it on headphones so they can listen to all their favorite music that they grew up with. And wow, what a valuable thing. I mean, almost every time I get with somebody and I play them their favorite music, they cry. And then we talk about it and they tell me the stories. And that's why I've got to know so many people that are so worthy of being mentioned and loved. Thanks to Alive Inside, then I've got to know so many wonderful people.
My funny valentine.
sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks so laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Oh, each day is Valentine's Day.
We are involved, with Alive Inside, which is a program for retired people in retirement centers. And as they get old and dementia and Alzheimer's and all that starts kicking in, they start withdrawing. And so we go out to the retirement centers and we help them get all of their favorite music put onto a little computer chip into their headphones, and they're able to listen to their favorite music that they loved while they were growing up. And the effect of this is that it slows down Alzheimer's and dementia, and it keeps them active longer.
We're so very happy to have Nica and Vita here to play for us. They're both incredibly talented young folks. So let's hear it.
Also was a Marine. Father for. Ran with the fast crowd. he was a Los Angeles madman. Mover and shaker. And then when his older age, after he retired, he became an artist. Just art. So we did lots of different kinds of art. Three-dimensional, you know the words for that. She's an
Mixed
artist,
media.
too. Mixed media.
Oh,
That's
there
good.
you go.
Like that.
Okay, so has he ever played an instrument or
No.
just
no.
because
Because he's from Italian immigrants, so we're from Italian descent. So they did a lot of the Italian music. You probably heard that first of any.
well, his first language was Italian.
Well, Ella is an artist, painter.
Oh,
I just did it.
Why am I
Yeah.
even surprised? Of course.
Yeah,
she
no,
is.
talented. Did
Yeah.
portraits like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borda, you can actually come and I'll show you. one of
Okay.
Borda's. Borda painted Girl in the Pearl.
Hey,
So there's right here. Hi, Jerry. So that's Borda's painting.
what?
That is, Borda painted that.
Isn't that a beautiful picture?
It is very beautiful. Yes, ma'am.
I wish I'd have known you were doing the.
I'm so
You
bummed.
forgot me.
I know. It just is like, it's something that when I say music, I always think of you. And when I say fine arts, I never think of
Right.
you. Which is ridiculous because music and art, they go hand in
They
hand.
do. I'm a
Performance-
painter. I paint too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right.
See, we learn about each other every day.
Yep.
I represented their art or craft in whatever form. So every resident, some of them had really wonderful quilts, some had crocheted stuff, some did some sewing in their lives, made hats, and so I represented every resident, and I called it the lives they lived.
Ah.
And so every resident had like a table, and on that table I collected all of their works with their little bios.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like everybody was like, it was bittersweet,
Yeah.
crying
Right.
and laughing
Oh, I
and
bet.
happy at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to renew old memories. Got my bag, I got my reservation. Spend each time I could afford. Like a child in wild anticipation, long to hear that all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take
Boy,
Uh-huh.
and it's all percussion instruments. So I took the drum over there and just played the drum and sang Little Drummer's Boy after I read the book. So I did that presentation at Prestige, and I handed out I gave them all little bookmarks. They were all like, "A present for me?" I couldn't believe it. It's just a bookmark, but again, the littlest thing makes the biggest difference in their lives. I've seen people at our building right now. We have some people that are just ecstatic to retire, move into this independent living, and I've seen other people come in because their children set up the apartment. And they're like, "You're leaving me here? You're putting me in a home." That mentality. It's just like, so I had a couple of people that when I first started showing, we opened the building and I first started taking people to apartments, I had one gentleman crying. He went into a little prayer thanking for his new apartment. I had other people just happy and ecstatic, and then this one lady came in and you could just see the fear on her face and the shock because her children had arranged this. And she ended up backing out. She ended up saying no. But, so some people do in these senior living communities, no matter how nice they are, some of them do have that, my children put me away in this home type of attitude. And so, in those cases, the littlest thing make a difference in their lives. Even just giving them a bookmark.
I'm not going to show you the original video. I'm just going to show you the one that he sent me that's still a secret.
Okay.
And it's going to be 30 minutes long, but maybe we'll give up on that idea shortly.
What do you think of music? My heart belongs to music. I love it.
Have you ever had music just hit you in a place, it immediately brought you to tears?
I love it.
Music has. Have you ever had music just hit you in a place, it immediately brought you to tears? Music has that power.
Music connects people with who they have been, who they are in their lives. Because what happens when you get old is all the things you're familiar with and your identity are all just being peeled away.
Healthcare system naturally is very good. We're going to do your medicine. Our healthcare system imagines the human to be a very complicated machine. We have medicines that can adjust the dial. Blood pressure, turn that down. Blood sugar, turn that down. We haven't done anything to touch the heart and soul of the patient.
One resident that Billy opened her eyes, she didn't respond. So for 2 years, once we put the iPod on her, she started shaking her feet, started moving her head. It was
parts of the brain than any other stimulus.
Who am I? Who am I? I'm your daughter.
By exciting or awakening those pathways, we have a gateway to stimulate and reach somebody who otherwise is unreachable.
It can't get away from me if I'm in this place. It takes me back to my school days. Oh God, that's beautiful.
Does it make you happy to sing for us?
Yeah. I'm crying. Every human being needs.
You're knowing too much. She's getting way too much information about me.
It's already here.
Hey, when you get rid of those glasses,
We don't have it in the Broadway song, in the Broadway song. Welcome, friend étranger, stranger. Je suis enchantée, happy to see you. Blijven resten steun, zagen. Welkom in bienvenue, welkom in cabaret, oh cabaret, to cabaret. All right, well there you go. Welcome everybody.
of mine. Her name's Blanche. This is her painting. It's her version of laundry.
Laundry. I'll be darned.
But isn't that amazing and beautiful? It's
Yes.
like all of their works, you know, they have stories to tell.
Right.
They do.
Gosh,
that
I got
art show
chills
was-
on that one.
The art show was really successful. So we all brought their art and I brought mine. And we just had we had people come over and.
Well, you know, Ella is an artist, painter.
Oh,
I just did a-
why am I
yeah.
even surprised? Of course.
Yeah,
she
no,
is.
talented. Did portraits like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berta, you can actually come and I'll show you. one of
Okay.
Berta's. Berta painted Girl in the Pearl. You know.
Hey.
So there's it's right here. Hi Jerry. So that's Berta's painting.
What?
That is, Berta painted that.
Isn't that a beautiful picture?
It is very
is.
beautiful.
I think so, too.
Yes, ma'am.
I wish I'd have known you were doing the.
I'm so
You
bummed.
forgot me.
I know. It just is it's something that when I say music, I always think of you. And when I say fine arts, I never think of
Right.
you. Which is ridiculous because music and art, they go hand in
They
hand.
do. I'm a
Performance-
painter. I paint too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right.
See, we learn about each other every day.
Yep.
I represented their art or craft in whatever form. So every resident, some of them had really wonderful quilts, some had crocheted stuff, some did some sewing in their lives, made hats, and so I represented every resident, and I called it the lives they lived.
Oh.
And so every resident had a table, and on that table I collected all of their works with their little bios.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everybody was it was bittersweet,
Yeah.
crying
right.
and laughing
Oh, I
and
bet.
happy at the same time.
Yeah.
It was good. Well, I'll do it again, and I'll have
Okay.
you come over then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we're.
List, huh? Of her favorite songs.
Yeah, she's really enjoying it. The first thing she heard was a Shostakovich symphony, and she was like, "Oh, I remember my dad would play this when I was 4 years old to get me to go to sleep when I was living in New Hope." Oh wow! That was in the 20s or 30s.
Look at my chills, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. Oh gosh. All my hairs are standing up straight.
Yeah, she's moving and dancing to it with her eyes closed. She's really
Man,
getting
I'm
a lot out of it. I'm so happy.
It's happening, huh?
Yeah.
It's good.
Over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
day I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh, I can't hide. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
We have independent living, assisted living, and memory care. So I'm the activity director for memory care. And I just made my own calendar before we opened. And so we've only been open 1 month. And I just made my second calendar, and I really didn't change a thing because the stuff I'm doing is working pretty nicely.
Yeah.
But I do music every day.
Do you do it with headphones on anybody?
No.
No.
No, I do live music. I do all live music. I have my guitar there. I have a bunch of drums, percussion instruments. So one day a week I have a drum class. On Sundays, the sing-along is gospel and spiritual music. The other days a week, sometimes I wrote 3 sing-along books. I didn't write them. I collected songs that they know through sing-along books. And then I entertain a little bit, but...
How many patients do you have then to work with?
It started off with 6. We have 8 now, and I know there'll be a few more moving in. By the end of April, I may have a dozen or 15 or so. We only have 23 rooms, so that'll be the most we ever have.
Yeah.
But man, I've been so fortunate to be started off with just 6 people. You know what I mean? Because 6 people some days is like herding cats. I've had some days when my calendar were bing, 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 bing. Oh my God, this is wonderful. Other days it's like, what the heck is going on here? And so as we get bigger and I get more people, it's going to be more challenging. But I'm just so grateful that I've been able to start off to where I'm at right now with just a small group. But it's been amazing because half of the people, half the 3, they came in catatonic. I have one lady, and she's the youngest of them all. She's in her 70s. And, her husband told me that in the previous place she was at, they just put her in front of the television, that was it. And so she'd just been fading away. He told me the story about how she slowly lost the ability to walk and all this stuff, and it was pretty sad. And so she was sitting over on the couch, and we started doing music, and she was over there asleep. Her and another woman, one of the older ones. Lois has these 2 holes in her head. She had brain surgery before she came to us, and they're healing up. She's always scratching, but it was really hard to look at first. So these 2 were always sleeping, and so we started playing music, and eventually I look over, and they're both singing along, and it was like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
That's my girlfriend's favorite song too.
I can imagine it would be. I remember when I was first 4. That was the first time I heard it. My father took me to the concerts because my mother had died. I used to say there, oh. It's sucked my thumb, they couldn't do it. But I had to put my fingers in her mouth. But at any rate, it was the kind of thing that I never forgot. And it was the kind of thing that you think every time you hear it, you want to cry.
Yeah.
I could listen to you play forever, thank you.
I'll play you some of the songs I used to play when I was a little kid.
Oh, would you please? I love it.
Here, dance to this.
That's the one I used to love.
I grew up with music in the home. My dad played the violin, and especially on Sundays. He would sit and play the violin, or stand and he'd play. That's his picture up there with his eyes closed. When he played Elvis, had his eyes closed and played dreamy, and he had no lessons. Did I tell you the story before when he was little?
Well, no, tell it to me.
Okay. When he was a young boy, he, had to herd cattle. He lived with his grandparents. His mother died when he was 3. His father remarried and didn't want him anymore. He had enough children. So his grandparents took care of him, and they were not good to him. They had 10 children of their own, and then he comes along, a little 3-4-year-old. So if there was food left after everybody ate, he got it. When they made shoes for them, if there was any leather left, he got shoes, but usually he was barefoot. So he felt neglected, he was neglected, and he resented the way he was treated, and he missed his mother. Well then, one day his friend that he knew in the neighbor came to visit him and brought his violin along. And this little boy was taking violin lessons. And my dad asked if he could try the violin. He said, sure. And oh, my dad just loved it immediately. Played it. And so every time the little boy and he met, he'd bring his violin and let my dad play it.